Thank you for joining us on our platform today. I'll be allowing my guests to come in. I said it earlier, they'll be looking at today's topic, which is a lifestyle talk section. And the topic we'll be looking at today is maintaining a healthy lifestyle, where our guests will be looking at that in a minute. So I'll allow my guests to come in. You're all welcome onto this show. Kindly do me a favor, share with your loved ones. Please share with your loved ones. How are you doing? Good afternoon, ma'am.
Oh, good afternoon. Well, I think it's evening now. Yeah,
Good to see you, ma'am.
it's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah. So on our live show this afternoon, our live style talk section, we have Princess LORETTA Loretta Osime. You're welcome back onto this show. I'm going to do short introduction so our viewers will know who is speaking to them. So this is Princess Loretta Adesua Osime. She studied communication and advertising and was into communication, advertising, and marketing in the past. But over the years, she has a strong passion for cooking and healthy living. She spent several years in the area of food and nutrition, healthy living, and presently she's working on a book. I know the book probably is out now, or still working on it, ma'am.
It's almost ready. I pray by my birthday, December, it will be out.
Go with it. That so presently she's working on a book on food and nutrition. So here with me on the live studio is Princess Osime. She is a child of God, a believer, and she's loved by many. And it's good to have you on to this show. Thank you so much for honoring the invitation. And good to see
It's
you
a
this
pleasure to
afternoon.
be here.
You're welcome. So we'll be
Thank
looking
you.
at some areas on lifestyle section, ma'am. We'll be looking at what is our lifestyle, healthy lifestyle. Why is it so important to maintain a healthy lifestyle? We'll be looking at what are the principles of the healthy lifestyle, and of course, how we can maintain a healthy lifestyle. So over to you, ma'am.
Thank you very much. We cannot overemphasize on healthy living, and most people should try not to take it for granted. To say, "Oh, we know it all. Yes, we've heard it before. Eat right, sleep right," but making it a lifestyle and to maintain a lifestyle of it is what our emphasis is on, and that's the most important thing. Everybody knows about how to eat healthy, balanced diet, exercise, and all, but you have to sustain it. You have to make it a lifestyle. That means you do it consistently. It now becomes part of you. It's like your second skin, more or less, you know. And I will start off by saying, the most important thing is to know yourself, know your body system, know your family history. Your family history, the kind of ailments your parents, your grandparents had. That is a pointer for you to know what you need to do and then maintain a healthy lifestyle. We'll start off by saying a shopping list, which is the most important thing to maintain a healthy lifestyle. You must have a shopping list that is healthy. Healthy in the sense that when you go shopping, you make sure you don't pick those unhealthy things. You don't pick the carbonated drinks. You don't pick the sugar, the sugary stuff, the cereal that has a lot of sugar in it, you know. So once you have that healthy shopping list, it means your cabinet, your kitchen cupboards are stocked with healthy food. Your fridge is stocked with healthy things. So the tendency to eat unhealthy, it's highly reduced, unless maybe somebody gives it to you as a gift, you know, and you can kindly say thanks but no thanks, or give it out to somebody who is ready to take it. The next thing is check your weight. It's good to have a scale, a good scale. You should check your weight, and so that you will know when you're adding or if you're reducing or if you've maintained, you know. So it's good to have a scale. You must have a scale that you watch and keep an eye on it. You limit the foods, the unhealthy foods you eat. Things like fruits, for instance, the very sweet fruits. Fruits are very good for your body, good for your system. But the sweet ones, the very sweet fruits, are not good for you. And you should limit that on the very sweet fruits. That means don't eat fruits that are overripe, that are too ripe. As they get ripe, they get sweeter, you know. Then fiber. Fiber is another thing we must take. Fiber is very important for our system. With fiber, you can actually take care of quite a lot of ailments. supplements, because we cannot, because of the method in which we prepare our foods, we probably don't get the right, the required quantity of nutrients that we're supposed to get from them. Take, for example, our vegetables. Most times we overcook the vegetables. Most times we cut them up before washing, which means some of the nutrients are gotten rid of. They go into the water that you throw away. So because of that, some people need to add supplements to their meals, to their daily lifestyle, but the most important thing is eat your food as natural as possible. Like salads, vegetables that you don't have to cook. Eat a lot more of that. You're getting the best out of it. You're getting the most nutrients from that. And then keep a routine exercise. I don't believe in going to the gym, working out. It's good. It's costly. So if you can't afford it, you don't have to break the bank, to keep fit or maintain a leather habit. Start with what your body can cope with, and what you can maintain. And once you feel pain, you stop. You don't do it, But initially, if you have not been exercising for some time, the first 2-3 days, you will feel some pain. The thing is, don't stop. You should continue, but just reduce it a little so you don't have that discomfort that will discourage you. And that is the essence of maintaining a lifestyle. To maintain a lifestyle should be something you're comfortable doing, something you're happy doing. You look forward to doing it. You enjoy doing it. Exercise is something you should enjoy doing because you feel good after it. You know the health benefits after it. So it should be, keep it simple and keep it light, and then increase on it, whatever you're doing. If you were doing 10 steps, you do 15 next, you do 20. Don't go on the haul. Don't go on the full haul to say, oh, do a marathon. Oh, I must get rid of this fat immediately. The fat was built up over the years. So it's going to take a long time also to try to reduce it. And anything drastic you do would affect your health, and we want to maintain it as a lifestyle. So it should be something gradual and something easy you're comfortable with. Another thing is sleep. For maintaining a healthy lifestyle, sleep is very, very important. I don't think most people realize how important sleep is. Your sleep enables your body to repair itself. There are hours of the day, there are hours of the night when you sleep that the body naturally repairs itself. So you won't need to take medication. A lot of people don't know this, but I think a lot of people are getting enlightened. So that's another thing about maintaining a healthy lifestyle. You must enlighten yourself. You must find out what is new, what is going on, what is trending in the health area, So sleep is something you must not compromise. You must have good hours of sleep. But if with age you're having problem with sleep, don't lose sleep over it. Just make sure you try your best to make your room conducive to be able to sleep. Don't clutter your room, for instance. Make sure your bed is set in a position, your curtains are dark enough to keep away the light so that you'll be able to sleep. And don't get yourself tensed up just before sleeping. Go take a book that is relaxing, relax your mind, take your mind off the chores and the pressures of the day so that you'll be able to get enough sleep. When sleeping, the body repairs itself. The body rejuvenates itself. The second thing to sleep is fasting. I don't know, I've said it before that if you look at some of the general overseers we have, especially in Nigeria, they look so young. They look younger. And very few of them even have gray hair. Maybe they have a little sprinkle there. That's because they fast a lot. Fasting has become a lifestyle, has become a habit with them over the years. They're always fasting. It's spiritual, but it's also healthy. I think a lot of them have probably discovered that now. So fasting is not for spiritual reasons alone. It's for health reasons. To maintain a healthy lifestyle, fasting should be part of your day, not daily. It's part of your weekly routine. You should choose days of the week that you fast. You could do it twice a week. It could be once, but just start and see how you can cope with it. Fasting doesn't have to be, say, from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. You could do a a fast of 12 hours. Maybe your last meal was 6 o'clock in the previous night, you know, so you don't eat anything till maybe 10, 11, you know. But for those who must take breakfast, take your breakfast, take your meal, then maybe stop eating at 4 o'clock. Don't eat again after 4. So that's a fast. Don't eat until the following day, you know. So find out what your system can take, what you can handle, and what is good for you. You know, well, our systems are different. So what I can handle, what is good for my system might not be good for another. Some people are breakfast people. They must have their breakfast. By all means, have your breakfast if you must have your breakfast, but make it healthy. You know, if you must have your breakfast, make it healthy. But for those who don't need to have breakfast, go on fluids. Go on fluids. You can go on apple cider vinegar with green tea. You can do black coffee, black tea. You can do lemon and water. You wash your lemon, you cut it up with the skin and put it in boiling water, infuse it, cover it and leave it for like 3, 4, 5 minutes if you can, you know, then drink it, you know. And there are other things you can add to your tea. You can actually make tea yourself. You can make tea from lemongrass. You know, in your backyard, you can grow lemongrass. You can grow saint leaf. We call it ephiri. It's used for pepper soup. It's the same family as basil. You know, you can grow that, and you can take 2, 3 leaves of ephiri, 1 or 2 of bitter leaf, cut some ginger, cut some garlic, infuse it. You could add lemongrass. You could alternate just to have a different taste, and then pour boiling water, cover it for 3, 4 minutes. You know, you could add green tea to it if you wanted a different taste, you know. So if you drink this continuously, you get used to it, alternate it so that it is not boring. You know, that's another thing about maintaining the lifestyle. Don't make it boring. Something that is boring, you don't want to do it. So let it be something that is interesting, something you look forward to and that you enjoy. And then the health benefits of it, your body will tell you. You will know how you feel after. And then the ginger, the garlic, and the saint leaf and bitter leaf, don't throw them away. Chew them, chew and swallow them. They are lovely. They are very healthy, you know. So you could do that in the morning till maybe 11, 12 before you have your main meal, you know. As I said, it depends on your system and what would work for you. So try out different things and note down. Have a notebook where you take note of how you feel. Whenever you take any meal, any food, your body tells you, your body reacts. If that food is not okay for your body, will react, and you would now note it down that, oh, I had this reaction. Sometimes it could be the combination. It could be what you combined, for instance, you know, that could upset you. Some people cannot tolerate lemon. I mentioned to drink lemon is fantastic, it's good, but for a few people, lemon is not okay for them. Their system cannot take it. You know, take it neat with water. And ginger also. Some people cannot tolerate ginger. Ginger gives pain to some people, excruciating pain for that matter, for a few people, for certain people. So that's why I said, know your system and know what's good for you. Take note of it, you know. They said health is wealth. You are what you eat. If you go natural and you eat healthy and you maintain a lifestyle, number one, you save yourself a lot of pain, a lot of aches, and you save yourself a lot of money going to the doctors. Doctors might not be happy hearing this, you know, but you save yourself a lot of pain, especially with people that are aging. You know, aging comes with all sorts of issues, and it's good to share with people. It's good to talk with other people what they're going through. No 2 days are the same. No day is the same. Today it might just be your leg, you might have some tingling. You might have muscle pull and cramps in your legs. Some people have some needles under their feet. It starts from age 40, 50. You have those experiences. Not everybody, but some people have that experience. And it's something you have to learn to manage. Your food helps you. Exercise helps you, you know. So, but you have to maintain it and do it regularly for it to have the right effect. That's what makes it a lifestyle. It becomes part of you, you know. So you don't say, okay, today I don't want to drink my tea. I don't want to take anything. I don't want to eat anything healthy. That's not a lifestyle. Your lifestyle is taking these healthy things, being consistent with it, and you must maintain it. And it's something you do for life. And I must say, it's good to catch the children young. Start them young. Don't say because, oh, I'm older, let me eat healthier. No, start the children young. Let them get used to eating healthy, you know. There are other things I would like to bring in now, which is trending. That's fermented vegetables. Fermented vegetables, it's something our forefathers used. They didn't have fridge, they didn't have freezers. So most of their foods were fermented. That's how they preserved it, you know. Fermented vegetable is very good for the guts. You know, it helps your guts. And you ferment your vegetables. You can Google it and find out how you ferment your vegetables. You can start with 2, 3, 4 vegetables. You clean your vegetables in under very sterile condition, because you are actually breeding bacteria, but it's good bacteria, you know. But you must not allow the outside bacteria into it. You clean up your vegetables, you put them in clean water, and then you add sea salt and you cover it. You put a leaf of cabbage over the top of all those vegetables. It could be carrots, cucumber, chili pepper, ginger, garlic, you know, all the vegetables you normally use. You know, you can cut them up into small pieces, put them in this, you must wash them thoroughly, sterilize them, wash them with salt water, rinse them out, and put them in the container, airtight container. Then you put your clean water, you put a little salt in it, and you cover it with a sheet of a leaf of cabbage, and you keep it in a dark area, preferably on the shelf, your bookshelf. You know, after a day or two, you go and check. If you see some bubbles, that means there's some gas in it. You let it out gently, but make sure you don't allow outside bacteria to get inside it. So that's for your fermented vegetable. Another new thing trending now is black garlic. This black garlic started some years, I think it was by accident. Maybe garlic dropped under the bed somewhere, whatever. Nobody saw it, and with heat and with time, it became black. So anyway, it has been discovered that black garlic is very healthy. It's as healthy, if not healthier, than the raw garlic. It's the same raw garlic, but it's put in a machine and is heated up for weeks, sometimes months, depending on the type of machine you're using. There are more modern machines now that take longer, but it must be kept at a particular temperature consistently, you know. And after some weeks, the garlic comes out looking black, you know. The thing about the black garlic is tasty. And we actually recommend it for children, and you can give it to children as a treat. You can say to them, okay, it tastes, it has a sweet taste, so it can be a treat like a toffee, like you want to give them a piece of chocolate, you know. And how you eat your garlic is you can eat it with your food, like you can spread it on your fish, on your steak, on your chicken, your grilled chicken, after it is cooked, of course. And you can also spread it on your toast. I like it with my toast with avocado pear. Then you spread your black garlic on it. It is delicious. It is lovely, and it's very healthy, you know. And then that's another thing about garlic, avocado pear. Avocado pear is very healthy. Yes, people say, oh, it's calories, it has calories, but it's good. It's good calories you get from avocado pear. And also the seed of avocado. A seed of avocado has been found out to be quite healthy. People make tea out of the seed of avocado. You grate your avocado and you pour boiling water on it, you infuse it, and you drink, you know. That's another health benefit that is trending. And another thing to make a lifestyle of is hot water. Try to drink as much tea as possible, green tea, ordinary hot water, you know. After your meals, you know, don't drink cold water. You could take room temperature, but try to introduce hot water into the system, especially people that are aging, people that are elderly, you know, maybe from age 50, 60, 70 plus, you know. And then to maintain a lifestyle is you must wean yourself gradually from your sweet tooth. Like sugar, for instance. I weaned myself from sugar by starting, well, if I was taking 2 or 3 before, I start with 2, then reduce to 1. And then at a point, I did not use sugar anymore. I put just a little milk in it. After a while, I stopped the milk. I was able to tolerate it. So right now, I take my tea. I take my tea without milk, without sugar, without honey. So if you put honey, honey is good, but honey is not so healthy, you know. So if you're taking honey consistently, continuously, you will put on some weight. So try not to take so much of money. The natural sweetener, it's much better if you're able to afford it, if you can get it, you know. Then another issue is emotional craving. We all have it. You have emotional craving. There is not real hunger, but you want to eat something. It might be biscuit, it might be sweet chocolate. You just feel like a particular thing. It could be a soft drink you want to take, you know. You find that because they're not really hungry, you know, you can do without it. But how do you do it? You have to find what is comfortable with you. Distract yourself. You find that that emotional craving is just for a few minutes. If you can distract yourself, get up, go for a walk, put on some music, dance, just do something different. Just leave that position, do something. Just do something and think of other things. You find that that crave will go off naturally. It will just go without you knowing. Before you know it, the next 1 2 hours, you find that, oh, I didn't eat anything after all. I didn't take anything, you know. But if you must indulge in your craving, please do, and don't feel guilty. Don't beat yourself up for it. Enjoy it, but try to say, okay, I've done it today. I will not do it for a very long time, you know. But if you do have to indulge in your cravings, please do it, you know. But try not to do it, and then maybe you say to yourself, okay, because I did this, I will not take something unhealthy for a very long time, you know. And then have a positive mind. Be as positive as you can in your mind. It helps as well. You know, when you have a good mind, if your mind, you have a positive mind, and you have compassion for people. These are things that are healthy, and it's also part of maintaining a healthy lifestyle. The way you think about people, the way you talk about people, and all that. You know, when you gossip and you tear people out, even if they have done something bad, you know, what's the point of, you know, emphasizing it or talking about it all over again? You know, just bless them and just pray for them that God should help them, give them the grace to overcome that. So we must maintain a positive mindset as well, a healthy mind, and mind what we talk how we talk about people, the things we talk about. If you know somebody who has a toxic tongue, is always talking about people, want to run people down, avoid them. Just avoid them. If you start such a topic, just say, well, look, I don't want to talk about this, or bring up something else, bring up something healthier topic that you can talk about. So all these are ways of maintaining a healthy lifestyle. It's not just the food alone you eat, the things you do for people, help people, you know, give a helping hand. Don't wait for somebody to ask you. You see situations around you, you know, it's not necessarily giving, because times things are very challenging now, especially in Nigeria. You don't have to give your money. You can give your talent. You can give your know-how. You can advise the person. You can tell the person, oh, have you thought about this? Or how about doing this? You know, if you have some money you can give, yes, please do give. You know, it could just be listening to the person. Some people just want you to listen. Some people just need a listening ear. You know, so these are things we do in maintaining a healthy lifestyle. You know, make it a regular thing. Don't just box up or lock yourself up. You know, purpose each day, each week. Okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to reach out to ABC. Maybe call up some people you have not called for some time, so aunties or uncles or aunties. And then we are fond of ignoring a lot of people on Facebook. I complain about it a lot, but I'm trying not to. You know, people send you messages, you just ignore them. It's like, you know, you're not bothered. Maybe you're not interested in the message, or you have seen it before, you know. Try to, once in a while, even if it's just a thumbs up to whatever, you know, do that to make the person feel good. You know, these are all ways of maintaining a healthy lifestyle. What else do we need to talk about? Okay, the benefits. The benefits of a healthy lifestyle cannot be overemphasized. You know, as I said earlier on, benefits, you'll be happy. You won't need to spend money on ailments. You will not be in pain. You will not have to spend money on hospital bills, you know, and you will not age. You will not age as fast as you should. Your biological age will probably not show so fast, you know, and you just enjoy your life. You enjoy a healthy life, you know. You'll be happy. You'll be happy with yourself, and you also, when you're maintaining a healthy lifestyle, you're also able to reach out to other people. You know, it endears you to people. You find that people want to like come close to you, want to talk with you, want to be friendly with you. Yeah, so that's it. If there's any other area we can talk about, I don't know whether I should talk about the food. I think that's important. That preparation of food, it's something I'm really concerned about. We need to take out time. You have to plan your meals. If you don't plan your meals, you end up eating unhealthy things. You know, your meals should be planned. Just like you plan your shopping, you do your shopping list, removing the healthy things. You also have to plan the meals. And then variety is very, very important. Variety, you get your nutrients from as much variety of food you take. And then colors. Color is so wonderful. Then you have all the bell peppers, the carrots, the cabbage, the purple cabbage or whatever, you know, spring onions, all the leek. You see, when you introduce colors, you know you're getting nourishment, you know, and it looks nice as well. As they normally say, the eyes eat first. So when if you use all these colorful vegetables to make a meal, it looks so attractive, you know. The tendency for you to want to eat, even if you don't have a very good appetite, the tendency for you to want to try to eat will be there, and they're actually very tasty. And when we're cooking, we should avoid using too much water. We water down our food so much that the natural taste of the food is watered down. And that's why you find people wanting to use seasoning. And that's one thing we must try as much as possible to avoid. Avoid buying it. If you don't buy it, you don't have it, you will not use it. And people say, well, the food will not be tasty. The food will be tasty. Use less water. We use too much water to cook. And then you throw away the nourishment. You throw away the goodness, the sweetness of the food. Use very little water to cook. When you use less water, the natural flavor comes in. Then use natural things to flavor. Lemon is good for flavoring your food. You can use lemon to flavor. You know, your onions and all these things are you using to flavor your food. So we can avoid using the seasonings, you know, which are not good. I don't want to mention names now, you know, but all those seasonings they're not healthy at all. And for our local soup, for the local Nigerian soup, you can use iru, you can use locust beans, you know, which our grandparents used, and they are very healthy. They're fermented, you know, and they're healthy. So reduce the water you use in cooking, and use sea salt if you can afford to use sea salt, but don't use too much salt, especially for the elderly people. Don't use too much salt. I have tried to cut down, especially for people who have blood pressure. You know, the meal I had today was a vegetable, was okra, and I added some vegetable. I added bitter leaf to it, added other leaves to it, and it didn't taste very nice. And I said to myself, oh, this thing is not tasting so well. Let me add a little. In my mind, I was just talking to myself. I said, I'll add a little salt. And I said, no, I don't need a little. There's enough salt in this. I'm trying to cut down on my salt intake. So, and I said to myself, no, I'm not going to add any salt. It's nice. And I just said to myself, the less salt I take, the better it is for me. I'll be healthier. So I decided to eat my food and I enjoyed it. So when next I make another meal, I'm going to put that same quantity of salt or even a little less. Gradually, you find yourself getting used to it. If you've been eating a lot of salt, it will take time, but you have to do it gradually. But you must psych yourself. You must work on your mind and tell yourself, look, it is healthy for me. It is good for me. And this is what my body needs. And another thing I want to say is sweet things are not good for us. The things that are bitter are the best for our system. It's amazing. When something is very sweet, you know it's not good. Your system really does not need it, you know. So the things that are not so tasty, it's just your taste bud. You have to train your taste bud to get used to it. And another thing I would like to talk about is acidity. We take it for granted a lot. They say our body is about 70% or 75%, you know, water. So we need to drink plenty of water. It should be a lifestyle. In fact, take water with you wherever you're going. Carry a small bottle or carry a bottle of water with you and be sipping gradually. And the water you take should be the water that is not acidic. It should be water that has high alkaline content. you know. That can be done from testing, but you can increase the alkaline content of your water by adding a little lemon, fresh lemon juice to your water. That increases, that gives a more alkaline, you know. The thing with acid, um, the acidity in the body, in the system, is not good. So you need to know the things that are acidic. The sweet fruits, for instance, are acidic. Very sweet foods are acidic. Wheat flour is acidic. Animal protein, caffeine. So you have to avoid these things so that you don't have acid. If you have acid in your system, you're going to be uncomfortable. You know, it's going to cost you a lot of discomfort, you know. So you avoid carbonated drinks, you avoid junk food, avoid or overripe fruits, dairy products, you know, and saturated fats, you know. So all what I've talked about are things we all know. But the thing is, how do you maintain it? You know, so knowledge, find out what your system can take. Find out about food and nutrition. Get to know about when they're talking about when there's a program on food and nutrition, or you can Google it. You know, the more knowledge you have, the better for you and easier for you to understand that, oh, okay, oh, they said this thing is not good for my system, or it will cost this, you know. So you try to avoid it, you know, and you make sure you maintain a healthy life by practicing. It's just doing it a little bit at a time. Do it gradually. Don't go drastic. Don't say, oh, I'm cutting off. I'm going on a keto diet, or I'm going on a whatever diet. You know, a balanced meal is the best. And moderation in anything we do in life, moderation is the key thing. Whatever we do in life, moderation. You know, just have a balanced meal, eat lots of fruits and vegetables, exercise, and maintain heal yourself. Let the body heal itself from sleep. You know. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Ma.
So if there are questions, I would like to, if there are questions you want to ask.
Okay, Ma. Thank you so much for that. God bless you. I don't know if you've got any questions for our guests. You can drop that on the comment section. I will read that to our hearing. And there's one question I'm going to be asking, ma'am. Yeah, because I know you're passionate about cooking and nutrition, and with my understanding, you've worked and with your nutrition making healthy lifestyle. This question I want to ask, you said you don't really believe in gym activities, you know, when you talk about healthy lifestyle. Does exercise or physical activity influence our appetite or energy intake?
Sorry, I didn't get that question.
Does exercise or physical activity influence our appetite or our energy intake?
Oh yes, there's a link. There's a link. When you exercise, definitely you are going to have your appetite will be better. Better in the sense that you might have some cravings. You know, you've burnt up some energy. You definitely need to replenish. You know, but the thing is, you must go for healthy things. Sometimes just drinking water alone. You drink water, you rest. You know, it's not every time you feel there's a craving, there's need for food, or you feel that hunger pan. It might not be food. It could just be water. Water could be good enough. Tea can be good enough, and then some rest. You know, and you find yourself, you feel better. You know.
Okay, thank you so much, Ma, for that. Please, before you go, Ma, I don't know if you've got an advice in terms of the food we take. You mentioned that some of the food that is not really good for our body, saturated foods and all kinds. Avoid junk. If you can just summarize and just advise the people out there what they take, and yes, of course, to live healthily. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, as I said, I believe in moderation in whatever we do. I will not say cut off this or that, but first of all, as I said earlier, know your body, know what you can tolerate, right? You know, but in small quantity, like, okay, for a balanced meal, for instance, make sure your rice is small. Then your vegetable, always introduce vegetables. If you're eating rice, don't eat plain white rice with stew. I mean, to me, it's an abomination. You know, you don't eat. I say it's criminal to give, especially children. You know, so have your rice. Make sure you eat a small portion of rice. Let there be plenty of vegetable. You know, and add your stew, your protein, you know, then but reduce the oil. No, we use a lot of oil in cooking, you know, but you can reduce your, after making the stew, if you must use the oil is good to cook the, but these days we found out that we don't need that much oil. I think it was more of ignorance that you need plenty, you must use plenty of oil so that the stew will fry properly. No, you can do without that, you know. For some people even make their stew without oil these days. You find that the oil from the stock is good enough. That's another thing I must talk about. When you boil your meat, especially beef, please try not to use the fat for meat. Let the water cool down. You'll find that the fat settles on top. Not only beef, chicken, the fat settles on top as a creamy substance. You know, remove it. If possible, if you're in a hurry, you can put it in the fridge, in the freezer. You know, it will firm up, it will cool faster, and you find the creamy fat on top. Please remove that fat. That fat is very unhealthy. Animal fat is not healthy at all. We should not take animal fat. We should avoid it as much as possible, you know. And your vegetables, you wash them before cutting and cook them 3-5 minutes. The heat after you remove it is still cooking that vegetable. And the heat from the pot as well is still cooking the vegetable. So remove it on time, you know. Okra is usually 3 minutes. The green vegetables, 4-5 minutes, you know. But if you can eat them raw, eat them raw. And your rice, for instance, if you boil your rice, before the water dries up, you can cut your vegetables and put on top of it. So you don't have to go boiling the vegetable in water, which will reduce the sweetness and the nutrients. You boil the water, you throw the water away. So cut your vegetable, put on that. And vegetable doesn't have to be carrot and the exotic ones, cabbage, which I explained. Your ugu, your greens, you know, any other vegetable, you can cut them and put them on top of the rice. And they come out, they're very tasty, you know. So that's about it. And then drink plenty of water. You know, we should drink water consistently and drink warm water, room temperature water as much as you can. Avoid the cold water. Avoid the ice blocks.
Thank you so much, ma'am. God bless you. It's
You're
good
welcome.
to have you. We're lucky to have you in this section. Thank you so much, and we look forward to see you again. Stay blessed.
Thank you very much. Stay blessed. Bye.
So thank you everyone for joining us on today's show of our lifestyle section. We've all heard from our guests. So it's so important that we maintain a healthy lifestyle if we want to live longer. So being healthy should be part of our overall lifestyle. We're maintaining that lifestyle. So our guests have looked at some areas: living healthy, eating healthy, and so importantly to maintain a healthy lifestyle. So of course, living a healthy lifestyle can help prevent chronic disease, we all know, and of course, it's avoid long-term illnesses, to have long-term illnesses. And I'll be looking at some of the areas she has looked at, and some of the areas we have highlighted. The first thing we've looked at, what is a healthy lifestyle. According to the World Health Organization, healthy lifestyle has an approach to a life that enables you to take advantage of more elements of our life. So it's a simple way of living that lives that is no risks of being seriously ill, as I mentioned earlier, according to World Health Organization. So it's so important that we know what is good for us, maintaining and doing what is good for us in terms of exercise and eating what is proper, eating a balanced diet meal. So a healthy lifestyle reduces the likelihood of developing all life-threatening diseases. You know, there are lots of diseases out there, coronary heart diseases, so many of, we can mention stroke. So what we eat, what we take is what we eat is ourselves. So we need to be very, very, it's so important that we are so aware of that. So not all diseases can be prevented, but you can avoid some of the meals or fatalities, especially those caused by chronic heart diseases and lung cancer. Sometimes we look at the way we cook our food, especially Africa. We talk about using oil, especially animal fat. Guest mentioned that the animal fat is not really good for our body. So let's put that as a routine when we're cooking. Know what is good for your body and know when you need to take what is not good for the body. So let's look at why it is so important to maintain a healthy lifestyle. So it's so important as individuals to maintain a healthy lifestyle in order to prevent a long-term illnesses, as we mentioned. So many diseases are out there. We need to maintain a healthy lifestyle to prevent all those illnesses to come upon us or to have that illness. So feeling good about yourself is so good, and of course taking care of our health, and it's so important in, of course, giving us self-esteem and self-image. What we eat is what we eat, what we put in our mouth is entirely ourselves. So living a healthy lifestyle is so important for anyone who wants to feel best, feel better, what you eat healthy, staying healthy, and as you get older. So I'm going to look at some of the principles of a healthy lifestyle. So we can find that also on NHS, www.nhsi. So there are some of the principles of healthy lifestyle. Everybody wants to live healthy, wants to live longer, wants to live we don't want to die young, so we need to live a healthy lifestyle. So we need to maintain this healthy lifestyle. So the main principle of healthy lifestyle health diets, as she mentioned, living without drugs, alcohol, smoke. There are lots of people that are used to this, addicted to drugs and alcohol. No, reducing our salt intake, and so many things are that, such as I've mentioned stroke and rest. It's so important that we as part of our routine, we sleep very well. It is recommended we sleep at least 8 to 9 hours for an adult. It's very, very good for our body. So incorporating all the diet into our everyday lives goes a long way. So these principles, or some of the principles as well, is eating healthy, such as fruits, vegetables, cereal, milk, that are good for our body. Exercising as well, walking, swimming, gymming, what have you. Anything that makes you, that is comfortable for you, is also important as part of this principle that you need to put not add to your routine. Avoiding drugs and also smoking and alcohol. Think positive. I think our guest mentioned that as well. Think positive. Our mindset goes a long way. Avoid negative thoughts. So positive thoughts can lead to a positive feelings, emotions, and of course a positive effect on our body. So the way we think can actually affect our body. So always think positive. Let our mindset be positive about people. When you see other people, appreciate them, appreciate the world you have, appreciate your families, what have you. And again, maintaining a healthy lifestyle. How can we maintain this healthy lifestyle? So maintaining a healthy lifestyle is so critical to all our overall health and well-being. So we need to learn or know what is also good for us as part of our routine. So doing what is right for you is so important for your body. Regular exercise, as we mentioned, and eating healthy is so important. Not always makes you feel good, but it also reduces the risk of our health problems that we've mentioned, like high blood pressure, stroke, blood sugar, and heart diseases, what have you. So we need to maintain all these habits. And there are many other ways to maintain a healthy lifestyle by eating healthy. I mentioned that balanced diet is also important. Avoid and stay away from unhealthy processed food. A lot of us can get a canned food, as many in the store to cook, because we don't want. It's so important that we our body is used to fresh meals. Something you cook from the scratch is so important that you put that as your routine, rather than using processed food, or food that is frozen. So it's so important that we use cook food from the scratch. Avoid junk foods as well, because it will fill your body with unhealthy toxins and essence fats. Too much of fat can make us to live unhealthy. And also being active is so important. Physical exercise help us not only help our body, but also help our mind, our spirits. And it has many benefits. There are many benefits to exercise. When we exercise our body, you can just do what is comfortable for you, what your body accepts, even if it is once in a week or 30 minutes in a day. It's so important that we do that. So adding all this exercise, to our daily routine goes a long way in maintaining a healthy lifestyle. So having a good sleep as well. I mentioned that is so important, that we have a good sleep. And it's also recommended at least 8 to 9 hours sleep is very good for an adult. So the quality and quantity of your sleep are so very important. So it is recommended that you sleep very well. 7 to 9 hours, 8 to 9 hours is so good for an adult to sleep. So drink water as much as possible as well. This part of healthy living, drinking water regularly is very, very important as well. Reducing alcohol intake and drug intake. For those that are always used to alcohol or smoking, is not good for the body. So we need to drink water and, of course, reduce our alcohol and drug intake. Also, this can make our brain to be active. When you drink water very well, it helps your emotional well-being as well, your well-being in terms of mental ability. And of course, if you need to take a break when you overstress yourself, this can also help you in maintaining a healthy lifestyle. And to conclude, maintaining a healthy lifestyle lowers your risk of disease and also keeps you active and fit. You want to be active every time. You can see what you eat is what you put in your mouth is what you say in your body. So being active is also important. Living a healthy lifestyle, includes eating correctly, as our guest has mentioned. Working out and staying away from junk food is so important as well. And adding, it can add years to our life, longer years, of course, and it can enhance our general well-being. It can enhance our emotional well-being and, of course, our mental well-being. You will feel better both physically and mentally when you maintain all this routine and, as part of your daily routine. Exercise, watch what you eat.